Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing on this beautiful day? Welcome to the So You're Stay at Home podcast. My name is Kayla, and I am a mama to an amazing 5-year-old boy who takes up the majority of my time. I never thought this would be my life, so let's get into it. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it's already been like 2 weeks since the last time I recorded one of these. Anyway, so happy Friday the 13th. The world is a little bit crazy. A lot has changed in those last 2 weeks. Yeah, I feel fine. And I'm not even like joking. Like, I don't want to joke about anything. I don't want to talk about anything. I don't want to put any bad, negative energy out about anything. I have allergies. But yeah, so how has your day been going? Crazy, I know, right? It's just like, oh my gosh. And I usually don't like talk about things going on in the world. But yeah, there's a lot going on in the world, and it feels like it's the end of the world, but it's all good. We as humans, hopefully we can survive this. I know we can, we will. But there are just a lot of things. It's so crazy how much information is just like not coming out and how annoying it is to hear somebody one day knowing damn well that they're lying and then 2 days later be like, oh, act like they never even said this stuff before. Whatever. Anyway, I didn't even want to go down that route. And I'm not going to go down that route. Listen. If we have to mass quarantine for 2 weeks, then we do it. I think that, like, I don't know, Amazon could maybe innovate a little faster and have a way where, like, there's minimal contact and people, they can figure out delivery. I think, like, services like I don't know what does mass quarantine look like in America, because it doesn't look like it does in China. I don't know. Anyway, so that's what I wanted to talk about. I'm all over the place because I feel all over that place. And if you're panicked, excuse me, sorry, that's fine. Because if your whole city gets locked down on quarantine, you're not allowed to leave anywhere. You're not, like, you shouldn't leave for 2 weeks. I mean, do you need 18,000 rolls of toilet paper? I have 4-pack of toilet paper that will last me, because I'm the only one who needs it, uses it like that. Hopefully a month. 4 rolls, okay? And then if anything, I'll be hopping my butt in the shower. I will survive. My kid's gonna be like, why do you keep taking showers, Mom? Like, it's like I go to the bathroom every 2 seconds. No. Anyway, I digress, right? Not what I wanted to talk about. So, we can all just stay positive. Get what you need to get. But there's, like, things that I don't have concerns about. You live your life. Do whatever it is that you want. But, like, okay, I am a type 1 diabetic. So they say my immune system is weak, but then I know what it is. And it is struggling in the sense of, like, I've been struggling with my health, but my diabetes has been the best it's ever been. So, but, like, I have horrible allergies here because the weather is, like, so, I'm not, like, far enough south to where it's just constantly hot and it only gets cold, like, maybe a week or 2 weeks. But then but I'm not far enough north where it's like, oh, it's wintertime, so it's just, like, gonna be cold every day. Like, you have to wear, like, a jacket every day. There's days where I go from wearing shorts to frickin' having to need, like, a hoodie by the end of the night. Well, I'm always cold, but still. And in my house, I like it at a nice 74 degrees during the day. Sometimes I even put it up to 76 because it gets too chilly in here. But but like never over 78. 78, I start to like, I can't breathe. It's a little too hot. Yeah, I'm high maintenance like that. But so like there's the other day, 2 days ago, it was like 69 because I didn't even turn the heat on. I always turn the heat on. I don't let it go under 70 because it's frigid in here when it's on like 69 because the house is just never that cold. So, but I can manage 70. I can sometimes manage 69, but like it just came out of nowhere. And then so I just turned my heat on to like compensate it. And by the end of the day, by the time I realized, I'm like, man, it's really hot in here and it's like 78 degrees. And I was just like, it's like, I just didn't, it went from not cold, but cold, chilly to hot. Anyway, so I've been struggling with my allergies this year and our weather's been up and down. So like when I was living in South Florida, I rarely had allergy problems. Only if I started working at a new place. And that's because, you're dealing with other people. If I could live in a bubble, I wouldn't live in a bubble. But if I could, I would. Like, I don't want to, people just don't take care of themselves. And I can't talk shit either. I'm not like 100% healthy. I know I've been going like, and people are like, oh my God. And I'm like, I don't go anywhere. I don't go, my kid hasn't gone to a school event in over a month. The teacher called today and she's like, is everything okay? And I said, yeah, we're just not going to school. And I've just been saying that we were sick, and we were sick. We got this cold, or like ran through the house, and then the weather changed again. Well, there was like one really windy day. I might have mentioned this a couple of weeks ago, but there was like one windy day and it just like trashed me. I was like, it was the barometric or pressure, whatever it is, changed. You could feel it changing. I was sitting there like talking to my son, trying to teach him, and I was like, I can't even do this because I could just feel the pressure changing. It was the craziest thing, but it was just super windy. Anyway, so fast forward like a few months, fast forward a couple weeks, and now we are all allergy. My son has like, it's just really dry and then really cold, and I need a humidifier, but we can't decide on which humidifier to buy, whether we need like a hot one for warm mist. And I'm like, I don't know why we would need cool mist, but like most of them are cool mist. I just don't know enough. And I could Google it. I say I Googled it and I haven't. I may have one day 8 years ago, but not anytime soon. I'm drinking my tea. Not my tea, it's coffee. It's like 9 o'clock. I'm trying to work, and I've been creating prints, and I've created my logo, and I'm so proud of myself. Oh, that lady was supposed to email me back. I wonder if she did. I don't know. No, she didn't. Whatever. I'll give her Monday. If I don't hear anything Monday, then I'll be like, can I get a proof? If I can't get a proof, can I get my money back? I was like, oh my gosh, it's still recording. Anyway, so yeah, and there's that. But anyway, it's like everyone's buying up antibacterial stuff, right? So I've been buying stuff. Like, I ran out of Lysol. I spray all my bags down with Lysol before I ship them. And I always spray my trash can down with Lysol. My door handles, like, every season change. Like, usually after we're sick, I spray everything down. Anyway, but so I'm running low on Lysol. And Lysol is the only thing that's going to, like, not say it's going to kill anything, but if you look at the back of Lysol and you look at the back of, like, generic Lysol, like Walmart Lysol, Lysol has like 80 things on generic Lysol. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, but so I spray Lysol disinfectant spray. I'm sure like other disinfectant sprays, but I don't know. I've read the back of the labels for like years, and I was like, yo, this ain't got, and that's why it's cheaper. That's why it's cheaper. So just pay the extra money if you even have it available. Even besides that, pay the extra money and buy Lysol, because that's what's actually going to kill like smells and the bacterias that you don't, good and bad bacterias. Anyway, speaking of that, good and bad bacteria. Listen, we can't run from disease. That's one thing that we have to accept as humans, is that we cannot run from diseases. We are a organism on this planet, as is everything else on this planet. And viruses and things like that are always going to be coming at us. And we can learn how to better not equip ourselves, but better protect ourselves and better protect future generations and things like that. Like my son has so many more shots and stuff than I did when I was little. Not so many more, but at least one more that I know. Like the chickenpox vaccination. I didn't get vaccinated for chickenpox. I got the chickenpox. So, but then like my brother, who was born 7 years later than me, he got vaccinated with chickenpox. And so did my sister. And so like it's been a thing or whatever. And I was so young that I couldn't even remember if I itched or any of that stuff. I just remember like my dad being home because my mom couldn't be home because she couldn't miss work, but my dad worked for the government, so he could take a sick day. But this again was in 1980 or 1990. So yeah, I don't know how that works nowadays. Anyway, besides the point. So like we can't run from like children or polio came after children and freaking and that's like a demographic that was compromised, right? I'm not trying to like, I don't give two shits if I offend anyone, but I'm trying to like make it make sense where it's like, and to where it's, instead of being like, oh my God, I can't believe you said that because I'm about to say something, and to like, oh, okay, that makes 100% sense, right? So like, AIDS, that compromised a particular group of person in the beginning, or it's widespread. That didn't affect everyone because I mean, I don't know really the history on polio. I just know that my aunt had polio had polio when she was a kid. And so she sorry, had a brain fart. No, so it was like, and I know that a lot of kids got it. A lot of kids are getting it now in like India and stuff like that. And that's why vaccinations are so. To listen to the remainder of this podcast, go to Spotify, Google Podcasts, Anchor.fm, or any of your other favorite podcast platforms. And I'm still working on Apple, but I will not quit. I will see you there.